For more insight, I'm now joined by Ian Williams, a columnist with The Guardian in New York. Ian Williams, welcome to the program. Leading oil exporters have acknowledged the need to boost supplies to curb soaring prices without any specific commitments, of course. So what comes out of this latest oil summit?
I suspect not very much. I mean, speculation may account for some part of it, but speculation doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens in the context of soaring demand, the declining dollar, and constrained supplies. And of course, especially when you're dealing with oil futures, there's the factor that Iraq has still not regained its full production, nor is likely to for some time. And of course, the fact that Washington is beating the war drums against Iran, which would call into question the whole of the Gulf, is certainly going to be factored into future oil prices by almost all of those concerned in trading.
Now, Saudi Arabia has indicated its willingness to pump more oil. Would that go any way towards easing the markets and perhaps cooling down the prices?
It would, some small way, I suspect, but Saudi Arabia is no longer there are many more suppliers, and whatever additional the Saudis put in is not likely to turn the brink. The real factor is the increasing demand across the world. And, in some ways, especially in the United States, compared with the other developed countries, the U.S. gas prices have been so low that there's a strong argument to be said that reality is now hitting them. Detroit has carried on making huge gas-guzzling vehicles in the face of whatever was said about climate change and oil prices, and suddenly the markets dropped out of them. There are signs that reality is finally hitting American consumers and the American government. And that reality is declining oil supplies in the future and rising oil prices.
That's right. Now, what do you read into the latest remarks by the U.S. Democratic candidate Barack Obama, saying that he is proposing a crackdown on speculators and energy traders?
Well, he's going to find it very difficult because, due to relentless U.S. pressure from the last 20 or 30 years, the global markets are now not really under anyone's authority. There's no way the U.S. government can stop oil speculation in other markets outside the United States. It can try to, but as we saw, it wasn't really in a position to control the hedge funds under its own jurisdiction. So trying to control a global market won't make any difference. There's no such thing as U.S. oil supplies. All of the world's oil is now comes out of one big tank. So the prices will rise or fall on global situations, not on what a Democratic candidate or president says here. But of course, it has become a really big issue. And the surprising thing in the United States is that it's taken so long for the issue to become so prominent.
Ian Williams, columnist.